City Corporation, and His Worship the Mayor, Alderman Junia Regrello.
So several questions have been raised about the availability of community centers in the city of San Fernando and what they provide and the importance of having community centers. And several communities have been deprived of this opportunity, and based on factors which I would like to share. While I was the MP of San Fernando West between 2007 and 2010, December of 2007, 2010, between that period of basically 2.5 years, we built one community center, strangely enough, in the Gulf View area. And the reason why we were able to fast track that center and had it completed was because the land was available, the space available, and we got the support at the time. The other center we attempted and started was the center on St. Vincent Street that is now completed. Strangely enough, that took a while to complete. I started that in 2009. Again, the space was available, and there were need for a center in the Panko Lane, Vista Bella, Springvale area. We started that center, and of course, Mr. Manning called an early election in 2010. We lost the election, and that building languished there until last year when it was finally completed. So the partnership came into office in May of 2010 and left it there, and it took the work of former Minister of Culture, Minister Gat Vidali, and our MP Faisal Wari to complete that community center. I also started a community center on Lower Hillside that was bordering between Brown Street and Lower Hillside, that would have catered for that central part of San Fernando, which is Fon Rose Street, Cooper Street, Lower Hillside, Carlton Lane, that whole area where there's an absence of a community center. And I got approval from the ministry to start that center there. We got approval from the head of the OWTU at the time. And we started the process. An award and a contract was awarded to a contractor, and we started mobilization. When a team of persons from OWTU arrived and stopped that project, we then we looked at it. We told the contractor to hold his hand, and we started the process of acquiring the space as government. That usually takes some time. Mr. Manning called an election in May of 2010. We lost the election, and that was the end of that project. So the community of Lower Hillside, Cooper Street, Fon Rose Street, Austin Street, Fon Rose Street, Carlton Lane, and Environ Superior Street have been deprived of a community center based on that approach. So it'll be interesting to hear what you may have to say about that and why it was stopped. Because I suspect, the president at the time was supporting this. Sometimes you have internal squabbling, internal differences may also contribute to this, but we have to understand why we have not progressed with that project. However, we have since completed the one in Springvale or on St. Vincent Street, and of course we know what happened in Gulf View. So this is an update on what happened there, because this question has been asked several times, why there's an absence of a community center in this area, and several MPs have represented the city of San Fernando and San Fernando West in particular, and did not address. I want to clear the air. I did attempt to address that problem, but herein lies the end result.
Your Worship, should we fail again to acquire that piece of land on Brown Street corner with Lower Hillside, there is also another piece of land in Carlton Lane itself, opposite the Hollis Clifton basketball court. It's smaller, but we can go high.
Okay, I know where you're speaking about, where the buildings used to be.
Yeah.
Just after Prior Bonus and
Yeah,
right. So what we may have to do, I'd have to raise this matter with the member of Parliament for San Fernando West, because I know there's a project that is developing in there right now. However, there's approval right now for a center for the Roy Joseph scheme area where Dean's building used to be. Dean's Electrical Center is being proposed for there. As a matter of fact, I think contractors are now submitting the bid. So that is a work in progress, and we're going to have a community center there sooner than later.
Okay. So it's one or the other?
Well, I mean, it's close by, but I'm sure that this one is a work in progress, and a contract will be awarded soon to start in Roy Joseph scheme for the environment. So it will really facilitate that area as well.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, sir.
And give us your title and name.
Junia Regrello, Mayor of the City of San Fernando.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Spend life.